Dalovina guia dolosana angito talita kini ana warong ng Bula FM e Golden Point Resort basendo nambando ana here binaka.
Bula binaka na dang ko tevita utu ngoi 90 ando talita ka wale warong ng Bula FM nambando ana ser.
Na dang ko makilesi werkraki NSB ng Bula FM nambando ana ser.
Hello nga ratu kitchen ng Gatambo ando talita na warong ng Bula FM nambando ana ser ngo lusu.
Bula FM number 2 ana ser.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. In this bulletin, vote of no confidence filed in Parliament. Employment Relations Amendments passed by MPs. And Tovatu mining lease explained by Mineral Resources Minister. Two votes of no confidence were submitted in Parliament late yesterday. FBC News has confirmed the opposition filed one motion against the Speaker, Dr. Chico Luveni, and another against the Prime Minister, Vurenge Bainimarama. Farzana Nisha has the details.
The motion for a vote of no confidence was brought against the Prime Minister, Vurenge Bainimarama. It was submitted to the office of the Speaker by opposition leader Rotemu Mukepa. However, the motion was later withdrawn by Sadelpa member Semesa Karavaki before it could come to a debate.
Not make any comment.
We were actually looking forward to for them to bring the motion so we can have it debated today in Parliament. So I can show Fiji where this woman supposed to be really at. Do you think she can become Prime Minister of Fiji?
Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama says these are the attempts by Sadelpa and the opposition leader to get into government. Bainimarama adds such actions will never succeed.
You know why she can't become Prime Minister of Fiji? Because the people didn't vote her to become Prime Minister of Fiji. Right? Okay, she should get her house organized first. Get a party organized, make sure that everybody listens to her. Right now, the party is divided. I don't know, in 2s or 3s or 4s or 5s. She can't even have that organized. How can she organize the people of Fiji?
FBC News has confirmed that a second no-confidence motion was filed late yesterday against the Speaker of the House. The opposition office in the Parliament complex told FBC News nothing has been tabled. However, the Prime Minister reveals that the motion was kicked out after the government side of the House identified technical blunders.
That was thrown out yesterday, but they rewrote it because the lawyer that put it together couldn't write as a lawyer. That's the standard of lawyers we have in the opposition. So we had to continue to tell the opposition what to write in their motion. Isn't that pitiful? Mm-hmm. But now they've come up with a new. They've reworded the motion as we agreed to.
Repeated attempts to get comments from Sadelpa MPs and opposition leader Rotemu Mukepa were futile. It's also confirmed that while the motion against the Prime Minister has been withdrawn, the vote of no confidence against the Speaker remains alive.
I want to tell you too that this was endorsed by the leader of the opposition. This is the kind of Fiji she wants for us to keep going back. This is the kind of democracy she wants in the House. They come up with foolish ideas like this.
It is expected that the House will vote on the no confidence motion in its current sitting of the House. Farzana Nisha, FBC News.
The Employment Relations Amendment Bill has been passed in Parliament, endorsing a number of concessions to strengthen workers' rights. The amendment is part of an agreement between the Fiji Trades Union Congress, the Fiji Commerce and Employees Federation and government in the wake of a recent International Labour Organization mission. Maggie Boyle reports.
The government today successfully passing the Employment Relations Amendment Bill to avoid a commission of inquiry by the International Labour Organization. Attorney General Aya Said Hume highlighted a number of key features agreed to by the tripartite partners for the benefit of all Fijian workers.
Into account the following agreements that we've reached. That is the reduction of the notice period for strike from 28 days to 14 days. The individual grievances which were discounted by the Essential Industries Decree as well as the Employment Relations Amendment Decree 2011 shall be reinstated. Removal of all reference to bargaining units, which was in the Essential Industries Decree, and allow workers to fully join or form a trade union, including an enterprise trade union.
Opposition members weren't about to let the bill pass without raising concerns on several aspects.
It makes no changes to the expanded list of essential services and industries, which was a major complaint of the unions. The whole of the public service remains as essential service, including teachers, statutory bodies, and government-owned companies.
Was this deal made behind closed doors of the AG's chambers? And why all doors? Why grandstanding by the workers' representative, a TUC which until then had remained steadfast to its principle of full adherence to core ILO conventions?
This removes the participation of the public, because I still feel it's necessary that they come in, that we hear them. First and foremost, we need the trade unions to say yes.
Syed Qayyum, in response, highlighting the endorsement of the ILO.
Minister for Labour, the Honourable Prime Minister met the tripartite missions. All the other organizations that met with the ILO tripartite missions had one vision: to get a resolution. To get a resolution because it is in the interest of our country.
The ER amendment bill was passed with 29 affirmative votes, 12 against and 9 no votes. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Lands Minister Mereseni Vuniwanga says due diligence was carried out before a mining license was issued to Lion One Metals Limited for the Tuvatu Gold project in Sambeto, Nandi. Opposition MP William Ngavoka asked her what benefits the landowners will have as a result of the mining license. Ritika Pratap reports.
Lands Minister Mereseni Vuniwanga says all provisions for landowners' benefits are covered in the mining license provided to Lion One Metals Limited.
The surface lease premium payable for Tuvatu is $1 million. That will be paid in 2 tranches, $700,000 upon the grant of the surface lease, which has already been granted, and $300,000 upon the first gold production. There's a surface lease rent of $30,000 per annum for a period of 21 years.
Vuniwanga says this money will be set aside for the education of the landowners and their children.
The company will also pay $10,000 annually as community development assistance to both Korombembe and Nangando villages. Apart from this, Madam Speaker, these provisions are provided for in the lease itself.
The license also gives preference for landowners to be hired by Lion One Metals for unskilled work at the mine. 95% of the company's staff are locals. The minister also clarified why the Itoke Land Trust Board has issued a 21-year surface lease while the government has issued a 10-year mining lease for Tuvatu.
After due diligence, the Mineral Resources Department, in their wisdom, have decided that the mineral content at Tuvatu right now warrants a 10-year mining lease for extraction. But having a longer surface lease will ensure that there's flexibility should the company later find out that there's more minerals.
An internal committee of stakeholders are preparing a formula on royalty payments as required under Section 30 of the Constitution. The committee has 2 months to finish this task. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Catholics have begun 40 days of Lent in the lead up to Easter. Followers of the faith gathered at the Sacred Heart Cathedral in Suva to commemorate Ash Wednesday. Thousands of Catholics around Fiji are following the example of Jesus Christ and sacrificing something dear to them. Lent is 40 days of prayer and fasting. It's also a time when people decide to forego social habits and unhealthy lifestyles. Vicar General Father Sulio Turanga Kadivi says Lent is deeply ingrained in the Catholic faith.
Now, Christian faith and tradition, 40 is a significant number. And Elijah fasted for 40 days. And the people of Israel, they journey from bondage into freedom, into the promised land where milk and honey flows.
The 40 days of Lent ends on the 21st of next month. Coming up after the break, 2 locals win Pacific Development grants.
Hi, my name is Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nende, and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateza. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Krish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Lautoka, and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Arere. Today FM rocks my grog and lollipop.
Bula, my name is So. I'm from Navua. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bula, my name is Asilika from Raki Raki, and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
The Ministry of Fisheries has reduced the number of licenses issued to control overfishing. Minister Oceania Rugby responded to questions in Parliament from opposition MP William Ngavoka. Kelly Vadala has the details.
Fisheries Minister Oceania Rugby told Parliament that lots of work has been done in recent years to protect fish stocks, especially tuna, which is highly lucrative and in danger of being overfished.
The Department of Fisheries have passed and implemented the Offshore Fisheries Management Decree of 2012 and the Offshore Fisheries Management Regulations. These are two very important tools against overfishing.
Ngamu says these laws are relied on to ensure that fish stocks are sustainably managed. He adds that Fiji has been able to attain a green card status from the European Union due to efforts in managing the commercial fisheries sector. The ministry's manpower has also been beefed up in order to keep an eye on fishing companies.
The department's offshore division was not fully effective due to the shortage of monitoring, control and surveillance officers in the past years, until the government of the day approved an increase of 25 authorized officers in a bid to successfully combat overfishing.
Ngamu told Parliament that Fiji is also leading regional efforts to ensure fish stocks remain sustainable in the long term.
The Fiji First government has reduced Fiji's domestic fleet licenses cap from what used to be in excess of 110 licensed spaces over a 10-year period to what has steadily been reduced to the 60 vessel license spaces currently being employed.
The Fisheries Ministry also uses modern technology to track fishing boats in the region, and this is also used to stop illegal and unregulated fishing. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
The Fiji Police Force is independent and is not subject to political manipulation. Defence, National Security and Immigration Minister Timothy Natuva rose in Parliament today to answer a question posed by opposition MP Moses Mbulitavu. Natuva further remarked all queries regarding the force should be directed to him.
I meet with the Commissioner of Police and the Commander of RFMF every fortnight. So pending issues are discussed. Any issues in regards to national security or I refer to the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, for guidance. So if there are pending issues in regard to independency, you write to me.
Minister Natuva reiterated how the Fiji Police Force is ready to answer the concerns of the opposition. More than 3,600 families living in squatter settlements have been assisted through the Squatters Upgrading Program. This was confirmed by Housing Minister Parveen Bala while responding to questions raised by Dr. Bridgelal in Parliament today. Bala says this assistance has enabled these families to access a 99-year residential lease, and the assistance is currently under review.
The future plan for the Squatter Upgrading Program is now being reviewed by the Ministerial Committee, which consists of Honourable Minister for Lands, Honourable Minister for Rural Development, Honourable Minister for Women and Social Welfare, and myself as per Cabinet Decision 242 of 2015.
There are about 220 squatter settlements in Fiji. Former Commissioner of Corrections Colonel Ifiremi Vasu appeared in the Suva Magistrates Court today for alleged abuse of office and has been warned not to interfere with witnesses. The Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption informed the court that there is information that the accused has been approaching witnesses. This has come from Acting Commissioner Corrections Superintendent Kameli Ratuvaka Levu. Vasu has been warned to steer clear of all witnesses. Colonel Vasu, Dansuk Laubika and Piniasi Kunatumba are charged for allegedly facilitating payments to the Namboro Minimart, which isn't a licensed supplier for the corrections service. It's alleged that Namboro Minimart was paid more than $180,000 in total. Plea has been deferred to April 4th. 5 Pacific Island professionals have been selected for this year's Greg Irwin Award, 2 of them from Fiji. Each of them receives almost 38,000 Fijian dollars for their field of work. Out of more than 40 applications from the region, 5 outstanding individuals were chosen. Fijians Dr. Laila Sinduandoa and Melino Bainvete are passionate about the work they do.
Working with children with cancer, there are certain challenges. My going across will give me that opportunity to work firsthand with specialists. In Fiji, we don't have any specialists that deal with cancer and likewise blood disorders. So with that experience, I'll be able to bring back a lot of knowledge to help see these children through.
And just to try and contribute to improving the sustainability of fisheries and also the benefits that we get from them as Pacific Islanders. And
the grants allow each person to undertake up to 6 months placement with a regional institution which contributes to Pacific development. 40-year-old Dr. Laila Sinduandoa is going to Christchurch Hospital in New Zealand, and 26-year-old Bain Vete will work with the parties to Nauru Agreement in Majuro, Marshall Islands.
I'm not going to come back and become a specialist, but maybe this is a stepping stone to other things.
I saw this as a really good opportunity to gain some additional regional experience because I'll be working in a few different Pacific countries and being based in the Northern Pacific.
The Greg Irwin Awards were established in 2008. Jamie's up next with the latest in sports.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening. In sports tonight, Ben Ryan maintains that discipline is not a key issue with the Fiji 7 side. Also coming up, Oceania Rugby and ONOC collaborate to upskill Pacific rugby administrators. This and more after the break.
Yandra! I love listening to Gold FM at Golden Point Resort. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hola, my name is General from Rugby League. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic.
I'm Moses from Valeu. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Marida Manako. I'm from Kandavu. I like listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Tilipa from Tavua Town. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Vodafone Fiji 7's coach Ben Ryan says discipline was not a key factor to the team's performance in the second leg of the HSBC World 7 Series. Despite Fiji being one of the top 3 teams conceding yellow cards, Ryan believes the side is still on the right track.
It's a very interesting statistic that the top 3 teams with the most yellow cards are New Zealand, South Africa and Fiji, and we're occupying the top 3 positions in the World Series. So no correlation really with that, and I've got no problem with the discipline. I think the team's in a good place at the moment.
The national side is currently on a 1-week break before it resumes training for the Las Vegas Sevens on March 5th to the 7th. The Vancouver Sevens in Canada will be held the following week. The Ministry of Youth and Sports is waiting for a request from the Fiji Rugby Union on what is needed for the Vodafone Fiji 7 team's preparation to the Rio Olympics. This was Minister for Youth and Sports Laisine Tuitumbo's response to opposition member Moses Mbulitavu's question on whether government should provide assistance to the players to receive special mental training and conditioning ahead of the Rio Olympic Games.
We'll leave that to Ben. He is capable of doing that. And he'll inform us if he needs support.
$4.1 million has been allocated for the Team Fiji contingent to prepare for and participate in the Rio Olympic Games in August. Another issue that was raised with the Minister for Youth and Sports was the hosting of the Super Rugby clash between the Chiefs and Crusaders at ANZ Stadium in Suva.
The game is being funded through government funding of $2.3 million, which will meet costs related to team guarantees, accommodation and local travel costs. In addition, Fortress Information System is sponsoring $1 million $1 million as corporate sponsorship for the event. I thank them for this sufficient contribution.
The Chiefs versus Crusaders match will be staged at ANZ Stadium on July 1st. Oceania Rugby and the Oceania National Olympic Committee has joined forces to upskill rugby administrators in the region. The initiative is designed to expand the capabilities of club administrators in local communities across Oceania, allowing them to better manage their clubs in all aspects. Josephine Avula has more.
It's a 3-year agreement between Oceania Rugby and Oceania National Olympics Committee to learn from each other. Oceania Rugby will also reach out to the communities in order to develop knowledge of the sport.
We already have existing strengths, coaching, match official, and we are using the same workforce to train them up into becoming not only in content knowledge in the courses of Ocean, but the educator skills sets that we have trained them previously in World Rugby is transferable.
Talemowanga also says they are affected in the need to improve administration of rugby at the grassroots level.
This is targeted to club presidents, secretaries, treasurers, so that they know their roles better and also be able to network with the communities that they are with, in partnership with the communities, make their clubs better.
World Rugby Services Manager Bruce Cook says this is the first program of its kind for the Pacific.
We are very, very lucky to be able to deliver this and be in partnership so that we can increase the quality of the people within our rugby unions across the Pacific.
The coaches training at the Tanoa Hotel in Nandi ends tomorrow. Josephine Avula, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Fiji side faces another asset test in the OFC Futsal Championship today when it clashes with Tahiti at the Vodafone Arena in Suva. The side has had a tough outing so far in the one-week tournament, losing its opening 2 games to New Caledonia by 5-1 and Vanuatu by 5-2.
I've been saying from the first day, strength and conditioning. Yes, that's what I'm said. We compare with 6 weeks and 4 years and 6 years team. It's not a seasonal players. We don't have seasonal players. They have just started now. So they need to build that muscles, they need to build their body, their strength to last. You know? I shouldn't say it, but I'm worried what will happen till Friday and Saturday.
Earlier today, Vanuatu beat New Caledonia 6-3 to boost its chances for the lone ticket to the FIFA Futsal World Cup in Colombia. The feature match of the day between defending champions, the Solomon Islands and New Zealand, is now underway. Local rugby league players will have to meet the highest standard of fitness and skill to be considered for the Vodafone Fiji Bati side at the Pacific Test Clash against Papua New Guinea in May. Selection will be based on form as officials want to repeat Fiji's dominant win over the Comores last year. Chale Ndadakadaka reports.
Season normally starts in April, so we cannot justify having local boys to play.
FNRL had hoped to play Samoa this year, but that match has been deferred to next year.
The match. So that's why we've started early. Beginning January, we've started the 9th, and Feb we will have a pre-season. March, late March, we will start our season proper.
As for the NRL reps, their availability will rest solely on their respective clubs.
Normal process, we'll have to get them to get their clubs to agree to release them, and then we confirm the squad and take it from there.
That is your sports for this evening. It's back to Jackie now with business.
Agricultural officers are being upskilled on how to help traditional landowners make best use of their land. Opening the National Participatory Land Use Planning Guideline Workshop today, Acting Permanent Secretary Agriculture Rai Wambuta said the training will help landowners be more vigilant while engaging in agriculture. Wambuta says agriculture is sometimes dictated by growth in other sectors, which has forced agriculture to move further inland.
90% of the land in Fiji is customary owned, and this will be the targeted area for the land use planning guideline work.
So how well, what they should be doing, what sustainable ways of carrying out agriculture production and practices. So that is the whole purpose of the workshop today.
Participants are from various agriculture offices around Fiji. Warm, humid conditions continued across the country today with increasing cloudiness and occasional scattered showers, especially in the west. Suva was the warmest with a high temperature of 34 recorded this afternoon. Meanwhile, light rain in the west made Ba the coolest spot at 30, while Nandi got up to 33. Lautoka and Lambasa were at 31. Looking ahead to tomorrow, while a tropical disturbance at sea moves away from Fiji towards Vanuatu, we can expect it will continue to provide much-needed rain in the west and scattered showers in the east. And expect the warm temperatures with occasional rain to continue into Friday. At sea, a strong wind warning is in effect for the Vatuira Passage, Yasau and Mamanuca waters, winds gusting to 25 knots and rough seas. In recapping the main stories for tonight, a vote of no confidence motion has been filed against the Speaker of Parliament, Dr. Chico Luveni. Changes to the Employment Relations promulgation have been made in Parliament today, and Mineral Resources Minister Mere Vuniwanga has explained the benefits of the Tuvatu mining license. This week's poll question, in light of the Sydney Sevens, we are asking, is the Fiji Sevens team on track to winning gold at the Rio Olympics? Visit our FBC website to take part. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. Join us again at the same time tomorrow. Bye for now.
मैं हूँ रेहान खान कुरबो तालेबू के जैसे फेस्टिवल आई ग्रेट है कुरबो में उसी तरह मिर्ची एफएम नंबर 1 है कुरबो में
एलिन लटुका में मिर्ची एफएम को लॉक कर दिया जाए मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट
हम नकाशी से साइमान है हमारा फेस्टिवल जैसे नंबर 1 है वैसे मिर्ची एफएम नंबर 1 है
माय नेम इज दिनेश हम नैंडी में काम करता है स्लीपिंग जायंट जिपलाइन में और मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट आई लाइक इट
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट